is Mark Konyn. He's Chief Executive of RCM Asia Pacific. Before, Mark, we'll get to the Chinese story here, but what did you make of it? Was it actually a recognition now, all right, we need to do something, we've got a bit of time, or they think they've got a bit of time, do they?
I think the markets have moved well beyond Greece by now and are really focused on the outlook for growth and possible contagion into the banking sector. And we've seen European banks have been hit very, very heavily. So although the politicians are focused on Greece, a haircut, default, or any other name, I think investors are already fosed on the outlook for growth.
No, I've been saying this, we've got, all morning I've been asking this question, which is we have a meeting in Cannes on the 3rd of November, so we've got 6 weeks. George Osborne, UK Chancellor.
Give it 6 weeks.
Yeah, but markets won't.
I don't think markets are going to give the politicians 6 weeks. I think Greece is a done deal, and the investors are looking for, global investors are looking for some reassurance that policy is going to start to become coordinated, because this really is a crisis of its own making and becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, it's feeding on itself, isn't it?
Feeding on itself. The outlook for growth is limited. But remember, growth is all about confidence.
Yeah.
And if those orders are not being placed, you know, the external sector from this region is starting to look weaker. There were concerns about the manufacturing sector in China over the last couple of weeks, and this is feeding through and creating concerns.
As you say, confidence, are we in danger of also creating global recession by talking ourselves into it?
Well, that's pretty much where we are situated now. You only have to look back to the debt ceiling discussion in the US with policy procrastination there. Now you look at what's going on in resolving the Greek debt crisis and the knock-on effect that's having in the banking sector, and you could argue very strongly this is a crisis of its own making.
Mark, what about last week? We saw, I mean, global equity markets take an absolute pounding. Asia not immune here, but
yes.
Did it throw up then buying opportunities for the long-term investor?
Well, clearly we're bound to say that the falls that we see short-term throw up opportunities, but this is a very difficult situation. We've seen the market support level, even here in Hong Kong, it's fallen through 18,000. The next stop is going to be around 15,800. So you can see confidence is continuing to drain. I think the market's being derated across the region. Earnings are being revised downwards. Remembering in the first half of the year, earnings were exceeding expectations. Now they're being rapidly derated, and I think earnings outlooks are being revised to really express that expectation of a global recession.
Yeah, so that's been priced in, is it?
It's being priced in. Yeah, typically we see earnings fall by something like 35 to 40% during a global recession. And that's pretty much where we are now in terms of the way the market's pricing.
Okay, so what have you been doing?
Well, we've been maintaining our emphasis on cyclical growth. It's very difficult in this environment to create a balance, because what you're trying to put in place in a portfolio are a series of counterweights or hedges which account for some of these macro issues. But as we know, in the short term, in this type of situation, all correlations go to one, and you can't really offset some of these risks. So we're making sure we haven't got any salient risks in the portfolio, creating a balance, making sure we're very liquid, because when things improve, you don't want to be in cash, you want to be invested in the names that are going to improve.
So sort of the big names. And China, very quickly?
China is at the point now where we think policy stance is going to be neutral. Going into next year, we see opportunities to relax policy there.
Mark, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Mark Konyn, he's the CEO of RCM Asia Pacific.